It's interesting because we know that the Egyptians had boats.
Yeah, I think the best evidence for it is ancient maps, which show the world.
Some really cool discoveries are shaking up what we thought we knew about ancient history. Scientists have just uncovered a map that's about 5,000 years old, and it's showing the American continent. This isn't just any map, though. It was found in Egypt, of all places. We've always thought of ancient civilizations like the Egyptians as being incredibly advanced, but now it seems like they might have had even more knowledge and abilities than we ever gave them credit for. Alongside this mind-blowing map, researchers also found something called the Nubian Egg. So what can these discoveries tell us? Join us as we take a look at these discoveries and the terrifying secrets they reveal. A revolutionary discovery. This 5,000-year-old map is not your everyday ancient map. It's something truly mind-blowing. The map reveals an advanced level of knowledge that shows just how sophisticated ancient Egyptian civilization really was. What makes this map so special is that it shows the American continent, a land that was thought to be unknown to the Old World until Christopher Columbus's journey in 1592. This discovery could completely change how we think about ancient history and how interconnected different civilizations were. This is no ordinary find. In fact, it's something we've never seen before. 2,000 years later, it's still considered one of the greatest discoveries in terms of ancient navigation. So how was the map found? The map was found at a site that used to be a bustling hub in pre-dynastic Egypt, a time before the famous dynasties that built the pyramids. This site was probably a major center for trade, religion, and politics. What's fascinating about this map is that it not only outlines the continents that were known to the ancients, like Europe, Asia, and Africa, but it also includes an astonishingly accurate depiction of the Americas. This flies in the face of what we've always believed, that the ancient world had no idea about the lands across the Atlantic until the late 15th century. The location where this map was discovered was once a vibrant city called Nine. This city was a key religious and political center in Upper Egypt, which makes it seem like it could have been a major meeting point for scholars, traders, and explorers. Finding a map like this among the relics hints that Nine might have been a treasure trove of geographical knowledge and perhaps an early hub for exploration. The discovery of this map suggests something truly revolutionary, that ancient civilizations might have been capable of voyages across the oceans long before what traditional history records. If the ancient Egyptians or other Old World societies had the means to navigate the vast Atlantic, it would fundamentally alter our understanding of their technological and navigational prowess. It could indicate a level of global interconnectedness that far surpasses what historians have previously acknowledged. Imagine the possibilities if ancient explorers had managed to cross the Atlantic and interact with the peoples of the Americas centuries before the famous voyages of Columbus. This could mean that goods, cultural practices, and knowledge were exchanged between distant civilizations, contributing to a global flow of ideas and technologies long before the era of European exploration. Such a discovery directly challenges the traditional narrative that credits Europeans with the discovery of the Americas, a Eurocentric viewpoint that has long dominated historical accounts. The existence of this map forces us to reconsider how history has been written and taught. It invites a critical review of the achievements and contributions of non-European civilizations and suggests that our understanding of global exploration needs a major overhaul. Could it be that ancient peoples were far more connected and sophisticated than we've been led to believe? Reassessing historical narratives. Historians and archaeologists are now faced with the challenge of reevaluating not just the capabilities of ancient civilizations, but also the potential existence of earlier global trade networks, cultural exchanges, and scientific collaborations spanning continents. For example, the Egyptians' strongest metal tools were made of copper, which is relatively soft compared to other materials. Only diamond, known for its extreme hardness, would be effective at cutting through granite with precision. If the Egyptians possessed diamond cutting technology, it would force a complete rewrite of our historical understanding. However, with groundbreaking discoveries come inevitable questions and challenges. One of the primary concerns is the dating and authenticity of ancient artifacts. Accurately dating such relics is a complex and often contentious process. Carbon-14 dating, while a valuable tool, has limitations, particularly when dealing with non-organic materials like stone or when organic materials are contaminated or degraded. Also, there could be skepticism within the academic community regarding the map's interpretation. Some scholars might argue that the map's features could be coincidental or misinterpreted. They may question whether the similarities between the map's depiction and the American continent are genuine or merely a result of chance or artistic representation. This skepticism highlights the need for thorough, peer-reviewed analysis and debate to validate the map's authenticity and its implications for our understanding of ancient history. Historians and scholars are excitedly diving into this find. They're meticulously studying the map to confirm its authenticity and understand its origins. This process involves cross-referencing with other historical data, examining the materials used, and considering the implications for our understanding of ancient global connections. The debates and discussions that will follow could lead to significant shifts in how we piece together the history of human exploration. As more information comes to light, we might find ourselves rethinking what we know about ancient civilizations and their capabilities, the mystique of the Nubian egg. Now, let's turn our attention to another fascinating artifact from Egypt, the Nubian egg. This one, just like the map, is no ordinary object. It's an exquisitely decorated ostrich eggshell, believed to be about 7,000 years old. The intricate designs etched into the egg include 3 triangles with horizontal lines and a snake, each carrying its own set of intriguing interpretations. The triangles on the Nubian egg have sparked a debate among experts. Some believe they might represent the pyramids of Giza, the Pyramid of Menkaura, the Pyramid of Khafra, and the Great Pyramid of Khufu. These are iconic structures that have long captivated the imagination of historians and archaeologists. If the triangles do symbolize these pyramids, it could suggest that the egg was created at a time when these monumental structures were already significant, possibly offering new insights into their construction and cultural importance. Adjacent to the triangles is the depiction of a snake, which some interpret as a symbol of the Nile River. The Nile has been a lifeline for Egyptian civilization, providing water, transportation, and fertile land. The inclusion of the snake could indicate the egg's connection to the river's life-giving properties and its central role in Egyptian culture and religion. The Nubian egg isn't just a fascinating artifact, it's a key to understanding ancient Egyptian history in new ways. It was discovered in the Nubia region, an area renowned for its rich archaeological finds. This region has provided valuable insights into the lives of ancient Egyptians and their interactions with neighboring cultures. The egg, made from ostrich shell and adorned with natural pigments, is a beautiful example of ancient craftsmanship. The abstract patterns, including the prominent triangles and snake, are more than just artistic choices, they're clues to the past. These symbols might challenge our current understanding of the pyramids and the Nile, suggesting that our historical timelines and interpretations might need adjustment. The debate over the Nubian egg is as fascinating as the artifact itself. The crux of the controversy lies in its age. According to carbon dating, the egg dates back approximately 7,000 years, which places it more than 2,000 years before the pyramids were traditionally believed to have been constructed. This time gap raises some serious questions. There are 2 main theories to explain this discrepancy. The first possibility is that there might be an error in the carbon dating process. This could be due to contamination, environmental factors, or limitations in the dating technique itself. Carbon-14 dating is a widely used method, but it's not infallible, especially when dealing with artifacts that are thousands of years old. Factors like contamination and changes in the environment can affect the accuracy of the results. The second possibility is even more intriguing. It suggests that Egyptian civilization, and possibly other ancient civilizations, developed their architectural and cultural achievements much earlier than we previously thought. If this is the case, it would mean that the Egyptians were building monumental structures and achieving a high level of sophistication long before the timeline we've traditionally accepted. This would not only alter our understanding of Egyptian history, but also prompt a reevaluation of human technological and cultural development on a broader scale. Rewriting history. If the second theory holds true, the implications are enormous. It would mean that the timeline of Egyptian history would need to be adjusted significantly. Egyptian civilization would be recognized as having reached remarkable levels of sophistication much earlier than previously documented. This shift would challenge the current historical narrative about the evolution of human technology and culture. The process of dating artifacts like the Nubian egg is complex and fraught with challenges. While carbon-14 dating is a common method for determining the age of ancient objects, it's not without its critics. The accuracy of this technique can be affected by various factors, including contamination and environmental changes. This means that the age of artifacts can sometimes be uncertain, leading to debates about their true historical context. Furthermore, interpreting the symbols on the Nubian egg adds another layer of complexity. While some argue that the triangles and snake could represent specific landmarks like the pyramids, others suggest that these symbols might be coincidental or used in different contexts by ancient peoples. This subjectivity in interpretation means that our understanding of what the symbols signify is still open to debate. The discovery of the Nubian egg, along with other ancient artifacts, hints that there might be undiscovered layers to the history of ancient Egypt and beyond. Similar finds in various parts of the world have shown that ancient civilizations often possessed knowledge and capabilities that were lost or underestimated over time. This suggests that our current historical narratives might only be part of the story. Future research into artifacts like the Nubian egg will benefit greatly from advancements in dating technology and a deeper understanding of ancient symbolism. To fully unravel the mystery of these artifacts, interdisciplinary collaboration will be essential. Archaeologists, historians, linguists, and other specialists will need to work together to piece together the full story. As technology and methods improve, we might uncover new insights that reshape our understanding of ancient civilizations and their achievements. Mysteries and implications. When it comes to the pyramids, there's a lot of talk about their mysteries. But the truth is, we actually know quite a bit about them. We understand why they were built, who built them, and roughly when they were constructed. What remains elusive are the finer details and the logistics behind their construction. That's where new discoveries, like the Nile branch and the enigmatic Nubian egg, come into play. The Nubian egg is a particularly intriguing artifact. Discovered in the Nubia region of southern Egypt, this 7,000-year-old ostrich eggshell is adorned with symbols that challenge our established views of ancient history. The egg's designs might offer new perspectives on ancient Egyptian civilization, suggesting that it was more complex and interconnected than we had previously thought. The egg's symbols could potentially push back the dates of key historical events. If these symbols indeed represent elements related to the pyramids or the Nile, they might imply that ancient civilizations were not only technologically advanced, but also had connections and knowledge that we didn't previously recognize. As research progresses, the Nubian egg might unveil more secrets, enriching our understanding of the intricate tapestry of human civilization. Dating the pyramids. Traditionally, we date the construction of the Giza pyramids to about 4,600 years ago. This dating has been a cornerstone of ancient Egyptian chronology. However, this conventional timeline is being questioned due to new findings, particularly those involving the Nubian egg. The egg, decorated with symbols that some believe represent the pyramids, has been carbon dated to around 7,000 years ago. This date is more than 2,000 years earlier than the construction of the pyramids as we currently understand it. This significant discrepancy raises some fascinating questions. Could there be a mistake in how we date the pyramids? Or is it possible that the origins of these monumental structures are much older than we previously believed? The Nubian egg's early date challenges our existing methods for dating ancient artifacts and structures. It suggests that we might need to reassess not only the dates we've assigned to these iconic pyramids, but also our broader understanding of ancient Egyptian history. One of the most awe-inspiring monuments of ancient Egypt is dedicated to one of the most legendary pharaohs. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu, stands as a testament to the architectural and engineering prowess of ancient Egypt. To date these monumental structures, scientists primarily rely on radiocarbon dating. This method measures the decay of carbon-14 in organic materials, such as wood and charcoal. However, its application to non-organic materials like the stone of the pyramids presents challenges. Radiocarbon dating has its limits. It's most effective on organic materials and becomes less reliable when used on the stones that make up the pyramids. Critics argue that carbon-14 dating can only give precise results when applied to organic remnants found in and around the pyramids, not the stones themselves. Since the stones were quarried and transported long before the pyramid was completed, any organic materials used in the construction process might not date back to the actual time of the pyramid's construction. Moreover, there's a risk of contamination affecting these organic samples. Over thousands of years, various environmental factors could have altered the carbon levels in the samples, leading to potential inaccuracies. Calibration of carbon dating results also relies on certain assumptions that might not always hold true, especially for ancient and complex structures like the pyramids. These issues suggest that the pyramids could be older than traditionally thought, sparking debates about the true timeline of ancient Egyptian civilization and its technological advancements. Implications for Egyptian history. If the depiction of the pyramids on the Nubian Egg is accurate, it would have profound implications for our understanding of Egyptian history. The egg's intricate designs might suggest that the architectural knowledge and societal organization required to build such grand structures existed long before we currently believe. This would push back the timeline of Egypt's rise to prominence and imply a much earlier period of state formation and technological sophistication. Such a revelation would significantly alter our view of the development of human civilization in the Nile Valley. It could indicate that ancient Egyptians had a higher level of architectural and engineering skill much earlier than documented. This scenario challenges the traditional narrative, which often places the rise of complex societies and monumental construction in a narrower time frame. Despite these fascinating possibilities, the academic community remains cautious. Scholars argue that interpreting symbolic and artistic representations, like those on the Nubian Egg, can be tricky. The triangles and snake might not be literal depictions of the pyramids, but rather stylized symbols or motifs. There's a risk of misinterpreting these symbols as direct evidence of pyramid construction at an earlier date than currently accepted. Broader discussions and future research. The debate over the age of the Great Pyramids of Giza is part of a larger conversation about archaeological methods and the assumptions that shape our understanding of history. Critics of the established timeline argue that the traditional methods of dating, primarily relying on radiocarbon dating, might not give a complete or accurate picture. They call for a more nuanced approach that includes a variety of evidence, such as geological, climatological, and archaeological data, to better piece together the past. For instance, the construction of the pyramids involved not just massive stone blocks, but also limestone chippings and mortar, which acted similarly to modern concrete. This mixture, used between the blocks, highlights the advanced construction techniques employed by the ancient Egyptians. To address these debates and refine our understanding, researchers are looking into more precise dating methods. Techniques like thermoluminescence and optically stimulated luminescence dating offer the possibility of directly dating the stones themselves, which could provide more accurate age estimates for the pyramids. The ongoing exploration of these methods underscores the complexity of determining the exact age of the pyramids. The findings from the Nubian Egg, which might suggest an earlier date for the pyramids, add to the scholarly challenge. As new technologies and methodologies develop, they have the potential to significantly alter our understanding of when and how the ancient Egyptians constructed these monumental structures. This evolving debate enriches our knowledge of the past and illustrates the dynamic nature of archaeological science, ancient mapping and exploration. The recent discovery of the 5,000-year-old map, coupled with the intriguing details from the Nubian Egg, opens up exciting possibilities about ancient civilizations' geographical knowledge. These artifacts hint at a level of sophistication in mapping and exploration that challenges our previous assumptions about ancient societies. The ancient map discovered in Egypt is remarkable not just for its age, but for its detailed depiction of continents. It includes what appears to be the American continent, which traditionally was thought to have been unknown to the Old World until Christopher Columbus's voyages in the late 15th century. But this map goes beyond that, featuring detailed outlines of Europe, Asia, and Africa, as well as regions central to the ancient world. The presence of such detailed geographical information on this ancient map suggests that early civilizations might have had a much more complex and far-reaching understanding of the world than we previously realized. This discovery challenges modern perceptions of ancient technological and intellectual capabilities, implying that ancient peoples were more connected and knowledgeable about global geography than traditionally thought. The discovery of an ancient map depicting continents with remarkable accuracy suggests that the mapmakers of the time were either capable of direct exploration or had access to a wealth of navigational and geographical knowledge. This level of precision hints at a sophistication in mapping and exploration that might be on par with or even surpass some modern capabilities. Imagine the implications. If these ancient civilizations had maps showing far-off lands, they must have had either the means to explore these regions themselves or relied on detailed reports from travelers, traders, and other contacts. This suggests that ancient societies were not only adept at creating detailed geographic representations, but also possessed a level of technological and intellectual advancement that could rival our own. The Nubian Egg, with its intricate and symbolic designs, adds another fascinating layer to this picture of advanced knowledge. Some interpretations suggest that the symbols on the egg, including what might be representations of the pyramids and the Nile River, reflect a deep understanding of both local and perhaps even distant lands. The artwork on the egg, estimated to be around 7,000 years old, indicates that its creators had a sophisticated grasp of their environment and possibly beyond. The abstract designs on the Nubian egg could represent a symbolic language capable of conveying complex geographical and architectural concepts. This ability to abstractly depict significant landmarks not only demonstrates artistic skill, but also points to advanced cognitive abilities in spatial understanding. It implies that the creators of the egg were adept at using symbolic representation to communicate detailed knowledge about their world. The existence of such detailed maps and symbolic representations hints at extensive trade networks and cultural exchanges among ancient civilizations. These networks would have facilitated the sharing of knowledge, including geographical information, across vast distances. For instance, the Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and Indus Valley peoples were part of a broad web of interaction that allowed for the exchange of goods, ideas, and knowledge. These interactions likely contributed to a collective pool of geographical knowledge. Traders, diplomats, and explorers could have shared information about distant lands, helping to create more accurate and detailed maps. Such maps would have had various practical uses, including navigation, trade, military campaigns, and diplomatic missions. The ability to compile and utilize this information reflects not just scholarly interest, but also practical applications that were crucial for the functioning of ancient societies. Challenging existing narratives. These groundbreaking discoveries challenge our existing narratives about ancient civilizations, revealing that they may have been far more advanced than we previously thought. The ancient map and the Nubian egg suggest that ancient peoples were not only aware of a broader world, but were also capable of sophisticated thought, artistic expression, and scientific endeavors. To fully grasp the extent of this geographical knowledge, ongoing and future research are crucial. Archaeologists and historians need to delve deeper into similar artifacts and examine the contexts in which they were found. Modern technologies, such as satellite imagery and advanced dating methods, can offer fresh insights and help reassess historical timelines. By employing these tools, researchers can piece together a more comprehensive picture of ancient civilizations and their understanding of the world. The ancient map and the Nubian egg provide compelling evidence of an advanced geographical awareness that challenges conventional views. These artifacts suggest that ancient societies had a more complex and interconnected view of the world than previously assumed. As research continues, it will be important to explore and validate these findings to expand our knowledge of ancient societies and their achievements. As new evidence emerges, it becomes clear that the ancient world was more interconnected and sophisticated than traditionally believed. The ancient map and the symbolic Nubian egg imply that ancient peoples had an expansive view of their world, connecting distant cultures and continents long before the modern era. Imagine walking through a village or town from ancient Egypt with its high walls and ancient architecture. It feels as though you might encounter an Egyptian from the past around every corner, greeting you as if it was still their time. This immersive experience highlights the depth of historical continuity and the rich cultural heritage of these ancient societies. These discoveries suggest a much more complex global awareness among ancient civilizations, challenging the notion that their understanding was limited to their immediate surroundings. The evidence points to a sophisticated network of knowledge and communication that spanned across continents, revealing a more interconnected ancient world. The recent findings of the ancient map depicting the American continent and the Nubian egg, with its symbolic representations, have profound implications for our understanding of ancient civilizations. These discoveries challenge the traditional Eurocentric historical narrative, which often credits European explorers with the advancement of scientific and geographical knowledge. A new perspective on historical progress. For a long time, history has mostly been told from a European perspective. According to this traditional view, Europe was the epicenter of major advancements in knowledge and technology. One of the key periods in this narrative is the Age of Exploration, when European explorers set out to discover new lands and expand their influence across the globe. This era is often portrayed as the time when Europeans began mapping the world effectively for the first time. However, the discovery of this 5,000-year-old map suggests that ancient civilizations were aware of distant lands and had the ability to map them accurately long before Europeans did. So what does this mean? It turns out that ancient civilizations might have had an impressive grasp of geography and mapping techniques that could rival or even surpass the skills developed in Europe during the Renaissance. Creating accurate maps of far-off continents shows a deep understanding not just of geography, but also of navigation and possibly even astronomy. These sciences were essential for long-distance travel and mapping, indicating that these ancient societies were far more advanced than previously thought. The discovery of these ancient maps also opens up intriguing possibilities about the connections between ancient civilizations across continents. If ancient Egyptians, for instance, had knowledge of the Americas, it suggests that there might have been transoceanic voyages and exchanges between the old and new worlds long before conventional history tells us. This would drastically alter our understanding of ancient navigators' capabilities and suggest a more interconnected world where knowledge, goods, and cultural practices were shared across vast distances. Reevaluating historical methods. These groundbreaking findings also prompt us to rethink how we conduct historical research and dating. For example, discrepancies between the dating of artifacts like the Nubian egg and the traditional dating of structures like the pyramids suggest that our current methods might need updating. To get a clearer and more accurate picture of ancient history, we might need to combine different disciplines such as archaeology, anthropology, climatology, and astronomy. This multidisciplinary approach could help us build a more nuanced understanding of the past and unravel the mysteries of ancient civilizations in a way that traditional methods alone might not be able to achieve. Rewriting parts of history to include the achievements of non-European civilizations could have a profound impact on how we understand our past and educate future generations. Right now, many historical narratives focus heavily on European contributions, often overlooking or minimizing the roles of other cultures. Incorporating these new discoveries into our history books could lead to a richer, more inclusive understanding of the past. Imagine history classes where students learn about the impressive advancements made by ancient cultures from across the globe, not just those in Europe. This shift would help break down the biases that have colored our understanding of history and provide a more accurate, complete picture of how human knowledge and technology evolved. It would also celebrate the diverse contributions of different civilizations, showing that innovation and discovery were not limited to one part of the world. The uncovering of the ancient map and the Nubian egg offers exciting evidence that ancient civilizations were more advanced than we previously thought. These discoveries challenge the traditional Eurocentric view of history and open up the possibility that ancient peoples were not only more interconnected, but also possessed sophisticated knowledge and skills much earlier than previously recognized. Consider the implications of the 5,000-year-old map and the Nubian egg. They suggest that ancient cultures had a grasp of geography and technology that could shake up our current understanding of historical development. These artifacts hint at a world where knowledge and technology spread across vast distances, connecting different civilizations in ways that history books have yet to fully explore. As we delve deeper into these findings, we need to be ready to reassess and possibly rewrite parts of history to reflect this new evidence. The impact of these discoveries will depend on continued research and a willingness to embrace new insights. By doing so, we can better appreciate the contributions of all civilizations to human progress and gain a more accurate understanding of our shared past. So what do you think about this? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. While you're still here, click the video on your screen to see more interesting content like this one.